Hi there guys, and welcome to this video on median and quartiles. Now, it's going to seem really basic at first, but there's loads of things you need to remember. So we're going to go back to basics and basically see how it goes. So we've got a list of numbers. Let's just work out how many numbers we've got here. So 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to write here n is 7. Now we're going to be asked to find the median, which we shorten for quartile 2. Now you should remember that to find the median we use n plus 1 over 2, and that's going to give us the number that we want. So when n is 7, 7 plus 1, well, that's 8. Half that is going to give us the fourth number along. So we just count 1, 2, 3, 4, and we can see that 9 is the median. And that's the fourth one along. I'm just going to put quartile 2 up there. Now, before you started this A-level, you probably just said, well, the lower quartile, quartile 1, that's going to be the second. And it is that one. So that's quartile 1, and that is the second. And you can see to the left of this median, we've got 3 numbers, and the middle of these 3 numbers is also 6. However, you will be also told to find the quartiles. What we're going to do, we're going to take n and divide it by 4, and it's going to give us the number we want to. But when n is 7, 7 divided by 4 is 1.75, not 2. So in this case, if we get a decimal, what we actually do, and this is going to seem a little bit strange at first, is we round up and we take the second. So we take the second number, which is 6. Now you think, well, why? Well, because it is. You know, we're happy to find the quarter of something. We're going to divide by 4, so the first quartile. But when we do that, we know it's 6. So if we took the 1.75, we'd be getting the wrong answer. So we simply just, well, we know it's the second number, so what are we going to do? We notice that we're always going to round up. Now if we do the third quartile, so we're going to find 3/4 of the way along. 21 over 4, you know, that's what it tells us. That's 5.25. Now what you'll notice here is that one, it makes more sense to round up because it's nearer to. But this one we're also going to round up, and we're going to take the 6th number. So there's 4th, 5, 6. So there's the 6th, and that is quartile 3. So that is 11. And again, for the same reason on this side, there were 3 numbers to the right of the median, the middle one being 11, so that must be the quartile. So to start off with then, if you're getting a decimal, we are going to round up. Seems a bit weird, but just go with it, please. And you'll see it's not always the case. Let's have a look at this next one down here. We've definitely got some more numbers here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now n is 8. And you should know when there's an even amount of numbers, it does cause problems with the median. So let's go for it. So n plus 1 over 2 is always going to give us the middle one. So that's going to give us 9 if n is 8. So that's going to be the 4.5th number along. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, it's in here. And you'll notice I haven't rounded. For the median, you don't round. It's only the quartiles. And if you think back to, you know, when you were probably in your first year or year 7, depending on what you call it, you would have crossed off your numbers and you would have got these two, and you said, ah, okay, that's no problem. The median is 10.5, the 4.5th number. And then again, if you look to the left of the median, you'll notice there's 4 numbers, and if we were to cross off the ends here, we would get the Q1 to be 7. So we know it's 7. Okay? So let's go on our Q1 journey. So we're going to divide the amount of n by 4. Well, that's going to be the second number. Oh, but wait. The second number is 6. We know it should be 7. But this is an integer. So when it's an integer, what we're actually going to do is take the 2.5th number, because we can see it is the 2.5th number. So that is 7. Third quartile, let's go for it. So that's going to be 3 times 8, 24, divided by 4. 6th. Again, we have got a whole number, so we're going to take 6.5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5. That's equal to 12.5. And again, you can see that should be right because there are 4 numbers, and the middle of those 4 numbers is there. So that is Q3, and that is 12.5. So to sum it up then, the median, you never round it. If you're given the 4.5 or you're given the 4th, you take those values. It's only the quartiles where you have to do something slightly strange. So if it's a decimal, you round up. Yeah, it doesn't matter what the decimal is, you always round up. And if you've got an integer value, like here and here, you go halfway. So to sum that up, I've written a little summary sheet. Here it is. So discrete data, a list of data normally. The median, you use whatever you're given. If you're given 4.5, you use it. If you're given 4, you use it. Quartiles, if you get a decimal, you round up. So if you get 2.25, you take the third. If it's an integer, you go halfway. So if you get 4 from this, you take 4.5. Now, one thing we haven't looked at yet is continuous data and grouped data. And this is much easier because we don't add 1. The reason for that is there's no gaps in the data with continuous data. Excuse me. So we just half it. Quartiles, and they're the same. But this time, there's nothing of this kind to worry about. You're just going to use what you're given and then use something called interpolation, which will feature in the next video. Okay, so I know that seems a little bit strange, but go with it, get some practice, and before you know it, you'll be a master of it. Okay, best of luck, guys.